Hello, this is the Freedom Manifesto. I got it in my travels. It is a zine documentation that organizers, scholars, and interested parties can contribute their theories, input, opinions, and reactions to. The Freedom Manifesto is a draft manifesto to rebuild the Black liberation movement. The symbols on the pages are courtesy of adinkra.org. That is ADINKRA.org. Today we're going to be talking about the preface of the Freedom Manifesto. I believe it is a fact. The Black liberation movement has reawakened. We need to also be as blunt as possible that your position of collectivity, conscious rising, and or resistance you may see in yourself was likely jump-started by the rash of police brutality killings and murders that were national appeals to these, corporations and their entities. Not just militant activist as well, because the Freedom Manifesto only has in its next sentence militant activist. No, this is a wave that people in Hollywood entertainment have examined. Also, it has given more torque to other people, black, brown, oppressed, who are nerds, futurists, writers, and everything else. So it is also important to deal with that it's not just militant minds dealing with these kinds of issues in the country today. The manifesto, I can agree, is a contribution toward uniting diverse forces into one mighty movement for Black liberation and a transformation of an entire society. I like that. In terms of what we, New Era Philadelphia family and others can do, is start to categorize where, of what institutions, associations, buildings, or organizations are worth targeting through our grassroots work. The manifesto is in trade union locals, worker centers, students on campus and in high school, brothers and sisters incarcerated, activists on all battlefronts in every community, as they would specify. I'm going to counteract that there isn't as many black unilateral factions or establishments dealing with such activist conglomerates such as the socialist, the workers' parties, the Fight for 15 organizations. That much is not true, especially in the pure Pan-African aspects of dealing with these groups. That is a parody. From what I've seen to what I know to what is genuinely reflected, every organization, even though to some degree is bearing its capital reigns, from the very roots of how you would go out to the system to work and get money or sign your time for wages or buying big box products, that all takes a hold. So what has to happen especially if there's a reality manifest of black alternatives, is instructional, political, economic, and sociological identities outside of what exist within that propaganda, that patronage, that hold, that very identifying all of these groups, and even ourselves, still need to deal with. I have designed with my wife a very anti-capitalist, diverse money system of organization that we have more power in dealing with outside of the very systems that we're all dealing with. We need to be also all talking and sharing black organizations abroad if you are to recognize these things. The suggestions in the next paragraph are actually for this manifesto, and you can use them as tools to share, talk about, and discuss. A choice has been made in rewriting as our own or whatnot. And that's actually a good preamble for anyone that wants to make a constitution, such as the Constitution from North Philly Peace Park, but not one laden in complicated articles. Things such as in the North Philly Peace Park Constitution are being nice, positive, knowing that it's a good space, not doing drugs. Simple laws to live and abide, to get by and be together. So I think further down the line I might write within my own political activity what a manifesto would be interpreted as. They want to meet in a National Assembly for Black Liberation. But I need to let the members of the Freedom Manifesto know such an assembly exists within the new Pan-African movement of RBG Fridays, who have established for 2 years straight the RBG contingent in some of the most national, violent, and lying-conquering colonial territories known as Independence Mall. The RBG contingent has the exact impunity of the officers to politically move peacefully and to garnish the day as one that is economically beneficial for us. Participation in the parade is always encouraged. If you are a black person who wants to solicit your business for vending, if you want to participate in entertainment, all of these opportunities are available in that national reference I have provided. The principal contact information for this contingent, as well as my other affiliated working partners, is all readily available to anyone who watches and deals with. Historical overview of the Freedom Manifesto was the work of veterans of 5 decades of struggle, young activists in the struggles from 2014. It was revised by the Black Left Unity Network in 2015. And 2016, the credit of the Black Left Study Group, brothers and sisters of 10 cities, both versions for 10 months offering this revision. Well, I want to make sure that if you felt at contrast with one of my opinions as one politically civil under his own course within teaching through the scholars, innovators, activators, blacktivists, artists, and profound people I know doing dutifully right, conscious, black-minded industry, well, you can have all of that information, as well as let us talk in the realm of what civic and civil arrangement deal with. Let us sit as the table as mature people, not looking to compensate our ego, power of morale, or exploitation, because we know capitalism breeds money and violence. So I am not inferior and or superior. We can deal with our middle ground. I am Iron Mike. That's anything you need at hashtag It's Iron. Also, still in the creation of the Iron News Universal Network. That's new. Iron News Universal. Get with me about media consultations and writings on how you can be a part of that.